Welcome to Master 79. In this video we take on ielts speaking part 1, topic 54, technology. You get the brainstorming first and then a full band 9 model performance across all 4 questions. First, what part 1 actually is. It lasts 4 to 5 minutes. The examiner asks straightforward questions about familiar subjects and you answer in roughly 2 to 4 sentences. It is a warm-up. The goal is to sound relaxed, natural and specific, not to deliver a speech. Here are the 4 questions on technology, exactly as they appear on the question card. Read them now. Notice that every single one ends with why or why not. That is your instruction to give reasons, not just facts. Use the same 3-step shape for every answer. Answer the question directly. Give your reason, then extend with an example, a contrast, or a very short story. Answer, reason, extend. If you can do those 3 things, you will never run out of things to say. A quick word on the answers you're about to hear. They belong to an invented candidate, a 24-year-old freelance graphic designer. Do not memorize her life. Copy the shape of her answers and fill them with your own. Question 1. What types of technology do you use most? The trap here is listing 5 devices in a flat row. Depth beats breadth. Pick 1 or 2 things and tie them to who you are, then extend with something slightly unexpected. Here is the band 9 answer.
My laptop and my phone by a mile. I'm a freelance designer, so the laptop is basically my studio. Everything from the first rough sketch to sending final files to a client goes through it, and my phone just fills the gaps when I'm out. The one that's crept up on me is my noise-cancelling headphones. I never thought of those as technology until I lost a pair and realized I couldn't concentrate without them.
Question 2. Do you like using technology? Obey yes wastes the question completely. Qualify it. Say yes, and then admit one reservation. That contrast is what gives you something to talk about. Listen for the qualification and the concrete rule at the end.
On the whole, yes, though I'd say I like it more than I trust it. It's taken an enormous amount of drudgery out of my work. Things that used to eat a whole afternoon are 2 clicks now. What I'm wary of is the way it eats into my downtime. I've had to set fairly strict rules for myself, like keeping my phone out of the bedroom, because otherwise I'd happily scroll until 2 in the morning.
Question 3. Is there any new piece of technology you would like to buy? The words would like to are your cue for conditional grammar. Name one thing precisely, explain the problem it solves, and finish with what is stopping you. Notice the conditional sentence right at the end.
I've had my eye on a drawing tablet for ages, one of the ones with a screen built into it. At the moment, I sketch on paper and scan everything in, which is a bit of a faff, and I lose detail along the way. I keep talking myself out of it because they're eye-wateringly expensive, but if I picked up 2 or 3 more regular clients this year, I think I'd take the plunge.
Question 4. What made you choose the last piece of technology you bought? This one asks for a decision story in the past. Name the deciding factor early, then take us through how you got there. Listen for the small twist at the end. Reviews versus real life.
The last thing I bought was a second-hand e-reader, and honestly, it came down to battery life. I've been reading on my phone and constantly getting derailed by notifications, so I wanted something that did one thing and did it well. I did read a fair few reviews beforehand, but the clincher was borrowing my sister's for a weekend. Actually living with it told me far more than any spec sheet ever could.
Now the full script so you can read and listen at the same time. Questions 1 and 2. And questions 3 and 4. Here is the language bank from this topic. Do not try to use all 13. Choose 3 that genuinely sound like you and drill those until they come out without thinking. So why would this be assessed as Band 9 across all 4 criteria: fluency, lexical resource, grammatical range, and pronunciation? And now the important caveat. Band 9 here is an internal quality assessment against the publicly published ielts band descriptors. It is not a certified examiner score, and no result is guaranteed. Now your turn. Record yourself answering all 4 questions. Each answer should land between 20 and 40 seconds. Check one single thing. Did every answer have an answer, a reason, and an extend? Then steal 3 phrases from the language bank. 3, not 13. If this helped, subscribe to BMaster79 and I'll see you in the next one.